the whole fighting my boy Ross and his guys in Canada, that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. That don't happen. That don't supposed to happen. And what's more unacceptable is when Mr. Drake liked the post. That also is unacceptable. I expect more out of Mr. Drake. When there's violence, you don't condone it. You should be bigger than that. Mr. Drake, you should be bigger than that. When there's violence, you don't condone that. You don't like no posters and all that, because here's what happens. There's always a backlash of it all. Here's what happens when now you've inserted yourself, even if you were not involved. Half of the country think you set the man up. They book a show in Canada, and you send your goons out there to agitate and start a fight with Ross. And y'all do what you do on the TV. Half the country think that. When you, Mr. Drake, like the post, you just inserted yourself into violence toward Mr. Ross and his crew. Now, let me just say this. As a broker of peace for Tupac and Biggie, I seen how man. I mean, these other young guys, we're going to have a conversation with a lot of these other young guys who dying, these senseless deaths and these songs and all that. Y'all brothers are talented. Y'all got to understand, y'all talented. Y'all don't need that. Y'all talented. Y'all getting people to buy the records. People are buying your records because they like the music. They like what you're saying in the records. So leave it there, young fellas. But now these grown ones right here, Mr. Drake and Mr. Ross. When you like the post and you on there doing your little, okay, it's a beautiful day in Canada, and you like the post, you just inserted yourself as. Now, look how this all play out. I'll keep it 1,000. Look how it all play out. Oh, so half the country thinking that you, Roston played the record, the Kendrick Lamar record, and he got jumped on because he played the Kendrick Lamar record. So now you got a whole West Coast of people, they at your head. Oh, that's what we doing? You don't need that, Mr. Drake. You don't need to be confined. You're too talented. I like you. I got friends that like you. I don't know you personally. Don't need to know you personally. But you're too talented to insert yourself as a that you're not really about. To have a whole coast at your head. You don't want that. I don't want that for you. Now here's how it works out. Because again, look, I had the same conversation with Biggie and Pop. I'm probably one of the only few niggas that could talk to them straight up. Same thing I'm saying to y'all. Leave alone, boss. Because it's not going to be the rapper pull the trigger. It's not going to be the rapper pull the trigger. It's not going to be the rapper that robs somebody. It's not going to be the rapper that do something. No, it's going to be somebody looking for a come up. It's going to be somebody looking for a come up. Or it's going to be some super fan who going to then do the shooting. You don't be knowing where it's coming from. So I would have expected Mr. Drake to be like, yo, I don't condone violence. That ain't what it is. I don't have nothing to do with that or none of that. You feel me? Because y'all can play the little games when you're talking on this social media, and you're doing your little texting and you're tweeting and you're talking and all the however y'all say whatever y'all want to say about each other. You can do that on here. But when you go to putting hands on people, that's when it goes to a whole nother level. When you go putting hands on people, that go to a whole nother level. So people didn't have to put hands on you. And then they can have a conversation about it. You got to be the bigger person than that. Y'all on here doing all this. Sticks and stones may hurt my bones. Word would never hurt me. Ain't nobody put no hands on nobody but until now. See, all these dudes going to get on here and they going to talk that and all that, and they're going to think this is a game. This is not a game. And then there's the other people that really be about their life. It be the other people who be with the rapper who really on that. The rapper just takes these other people who be with them because they're in them streets every day, and they take them with them to get them out of the streets to try to save their lives. But then now when you go to put your hands on them dudes about their life. They ain't with the sucker.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Uncle Luke deciding to weigh in on what went down with Ross, his crew, and entourage and bodyguard being jumped out of Vancouver, Canada this past weekend. Now, everybody seen it, went viral. His bodyguard was hit and kicked several times. Other people with him. Ross was hit as well. And what Uncle Luke is saying right there, he not lying at all. He's speaking all the way 100%, 1,000 facts, bro, because different people are going to receive that video in different ways. Not everybody's 100% with the same opinion or have the same narrative, but as you seen, people in the crowd, fans, or people feeling like they got to protect something can get super overly invested into these type of things. And when they see you react to it a certain way, they might take it, oh, that's what he on now. Nah, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. Drake is going to have a team. Drake is going to be protected, and Drake is going to be good. But you can look in the comments, and certain people are just typing. Certain people really feel the weight of what they are typing. Hey, well, he not good in Miami no more since he did that. Or, like Luke said, other dudes on the West Coast say, oh, you feel that way about that song? That's how y'all feel about it? Well, okay, we got to show you, nigga, that's what we standing on too. He ain't lying, bro. How many times have we seen, hey, little fights break out that don't even be between the rappers all the way. Sometimes it be between the entourages. And then guess what happens? Somebody pull out a gun. Next thing you know, we wake up in the morning, club shot up, innocent person hit, good working, just graduated college, never did nothing to nobody. Oh, on their way to college, or hey, just had a new kid, and it just goes like that because other people get affected once the violence gets started. And Uncle Luke is just telling niggas the 1,000%. Y'all keep it in words. Y'all keep it in music. Don't promote, engage, or in like, hey, man, we want to see the violence. Don't interact when it get to that point, because now you got to be ready for that as well. You got to be able to say, well, you know what? The people around me going to have to be ready for this violence. And it's already getting to that point with certain people's mindset online because they felt like, hey, we need to do this when we catch Ross and them out here. And when you condone it and promote it, it does send off that type of energy as well. We ain't trying to see nobody get hurt. Like Uncle Luke said, bro, this supposed to be words, bro. This supposed to be rapping back and forth, entertainment for hip-hop, the sports side of it for the fans. But niggas get jumped on. You got people in the streets who really will go up there with you, dog. They get touched and things like that can get real. We've seen over the years where fans that have been overly invested in certain things, bro. We've seen where fans try to test rappers for no reason, just a clout chase, just looking for a come up, like Uncle Luke said. Ain't trying to see nobody get hurt. It's not Ross should have not been out there moving that carelessly and moving in that manner or nothing like that as well, but that does not give nobody the right to go out there and put their hands on him and his crew and jump on them, because it could have went left, bro. Most definitely need to avoid all that type of energy, no doubt about it. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.